Hello everyone, this is Jotka, your favorite map modder. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you are joining this video, please subscribe to support my work. Today I want to show you how to add multifruit to your map, and I have a multifruit folder here that I will share with you after this video, so you can use it to add some fruits to your map. Now I want to use the River Bend Spring Game Zone modding map, which was shared by my friend, so that I can add multifruit for him. But now, just in this video, I just want to use that so that you can use this video to add the multifruit to your map, maybe in future. So the first thing, I extract this. So let me just delete this because I need to start afresh. So I will extract this using my band zip. So I will extract this. I don't know why I'm getting a extract smart. I can open it, then go to extract, then I do extract smart so that it extract it on that folder. Alright, now I have it here. I will rename it so that it can be loaded in map. So FS25, like that. And then inside the maps US folder, I'm going to create a folder which is known as multifruit. Maybe multifruits. We can call it multifruit. Let me call it multifruit. Depends on you. Alright, inside the multifruit folder, we are going to have the following folder. One is effects. Another folder we are going to have is foliage. Another folder we are going to have is fill planes. Another folder is hearts. And then another folder is language. That depends on you. So we are going to fill these folders with information that we have in our multifruit folder. So I said I will share that folder at the end of this video. So multifruit folder has got that. So in the effect, I'll copy all the contents because you need them. I put into my effects folder. Then in fill planes, I'll pick the crops that I want to add there. So I'll only pick the fill planes of the crops that I want to add to this map. So one of them is poppy. So I'll search for poppy there, copy, paste. The next one is linseed. I'll search for linseed there, copy, paste. The next one is tobacco. In fill planes here, I want to search for tobacco. I'll copy, paste. That is first poppy, second linseed, tobacco fourth. Then I'll search for mustard. I'll also control all, copy, paste. At least those are how many crops. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one is lavender. I'll copy and then paste. So I have my fill planes for the crops I want to add. There are 5 crops that I want to add. I've already copied their fill planes from the multifruit folder that I shared, this one, and then to my map. Now the next thing is foliage. So how many crops? 5. So flaxseed is 1. Second is mustard. Third is poppy. Fourth, tobacco. And fifth, lavender. I'll copy this, go to my foliage folder, and then paste them there. Alright, hearts. I also need the 5 hearts for these particular crops. So lavender, copy, paste. Poppy, copy, paste. mustard, copy, then paste. Then we have 1, 2, 3, that is the third one, linseed, copy, paste. Which one is remaining? Mustard, linseed, poppy, lavender. I'm forgetting about the last one, tobacco. Sorry. Yeah. Just want to show you how to add 5 only. So tobacco, but you can add more. Copy, paste. That's it. Now we'll go to language. You can create this, but I have a sample. So a sample is in the multifruit folder. If you want to create the English language, I'll open it and then copy the content. Then you can Control N in your Notepad++ and then paste. Then you can delete everything until you just leave one line that you can duplicate like that. So I can delete that and then delete that. So I can add 5, duplicate by Control D. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first case is the first crop. I can open the foliage here. So linseed, sorry, I go here, linseed. Then its name in English is linseed, if you like, or linum. Then here we have lavender. Its name in English is lavender. Then here we have mustard. Its name in English is mustard. Here I have poppy. Its name in English that will appear in game is poppy. And then finally we have tobacco. Its name in English is tobacco. This one is in multifruit folder, so if you want to use it, you can use it the way you want it. When you want. There are also other languages like French and so on. But so now I just want to use English. So to save this, we go to Control S. Then we need to copy this name from the multifruit folder. Then you use, under file name, you use double quotes. And then inside you put your file name, then .xml. File name, which is that, then .xml. Then find the where you place location is in Juotka, first 25, gaming, maps, then map US, then multifruit, then language, then you save. When you do that, you'll find your file, then the coloring has come because now it is saved as .xml. When you go to language, it is there. All right. We can close that and also close that. So that is it. So the first thing is done. We are ready. We have our effects, we have our fill planes, we have our foliage, we have our hearts, and then we have our language. Now, the next thing is to bring the XMLs to our config. So you can see our configs lack the XMLs that we need. The XMLs we need, you go to your multifruit folder, you need the following XMLs: map fill types, map fruit types, and density map height. So we can get these particular names or these files from the standard game. So go to where you installed your game. Mine I installed in Juotka, under game, Farming Simulator 2025, data, and then you go to maps. So which XML do we need? We need map density, then we need fill types, then we need fruit types, the 3. I hope we are together. Then you can Control C, copy, then paste them into our map. So we are going to edit map fruit types, map density, height type, and then map fill type. So you relax, this is just there, only that we need just to transfer what we want. So I'll open our maps density height like that, and then open the one in the multifruit folder, and then search for the crops that we want. So who are these crops that we want their map density? The first one is flask seed. Copy it, go to your map density file, and then paste the first crop, flaxseed. Go again to the file where you have all of them. Mustard, you also pick that. Then copy, paste it in your maps density map field type. Then the next crop is lavender. Copy its map density type and then paste it there. The next one is poppy. Copy it and then paste it there. So already we have 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one is tobacco. We have flax fiber because flax produce that, so you need it. Copy it as well. Then place it there. Then we need tobacco. Tobacco is there. Copy and then paste it there. All right. Anything remaining? Let me check. Okay, that is done. So I'll save and then I'll close. So we are done with map density. Density map height, and that is done. I'll close that. The next thing we want to edit is map fruit type. So we'll open the one we have in our map and then go to our map fruit multi-fruit folder. We open map fruit types. We need 5 crops and these ones are lavender, poppy, they are here. So we'll copy this line, mustard, lavender, poppy. Those are 3. We'll come for the next ones. Go to the end of this. Place them there. But the path has to be correct. We'll correct that. Let's continue. The 2 remaining ones are tobacco. I can find tobacco there. Copy it. Go to that file. Paste it. We have mustard, lavender, poppy, tobacco. The other one remaining is linseed. So let's look for the linseed here. Linseed is flaxseed. Here is it. Copy it and then paste. So we are already done with that. So we need the path. Remember, our path is maps, then map US. So our path is maps, then map US. So I'll copy this, then add in between here. So map US. So I'll just copy again here. Then add. So map US, again there map US, again there map US, and map US. So make sure your path is correct. Now you need to add those 3 crops to your grain header. Let's assume that you'll harvest them with the grain header. So we are going to add mustard, lavender, poppy, tobacco. I'm assuming we can use a maize header to harvest tobacco. So let's use tobacco. Maize header for tobacco. So we have 1, 2, 3. Then flaxseed, depending on how you will name it. So we have flaxseed, or you can just name it linseed. We make sure that flaxseed, whichever way you will name it, that depends on you. So flaxseed, we have flaxseed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tobacco here. Now you can copy this and ensure you add them to your sewing machine as well. So I'm assuming our sewing machine will need that. You can also add them to your cutter. And remember, you need to plant your tobacco. You can plant it using planter. So tobacco can be under planter, and that is where you add it. So tobacco under planter, sewing machine 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4 crops are in sewing machine and tobacco is in planter. So you can plant them. Now you need to convert this to chaff. You can duplicate whichever line. Like you can use sunflower for tobacco. You can duplicate sunflower, Control D, and then write there tobacco, convert tobacco into chaff using forage harvester. You can duplicate sorghum if you like that for mustard. to convert it into chaff. You can again duplicate that and then write poppy to convert it into chaff. 1, 2, 3, we need others. We can duplicate again for lavender, the way you like. Convert it to chaff. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is remaining? Flaxseed. You can also duplicate, Control D, and then we have flaxseed. Hope that's fine with you. Then we have flax is producing straw, but it's flax fiber. You can add it here if you want. If you don't want, we can leave it for now. Alright. If this is done, then this is good. So in your equipment, the grain header, we will see mustard, lavender, poppy, flaxseed, and on the maize cutter, we'll see tobacco. On the showing machine, we'll see tobacco, you will see the mustard, lavender, poppy, flaxseed, and then on the planter, we will see tobacco. So that is done, and we just Control S, and then we close. Now that is done. Now our next move is to affect the field types. Now it is field type. So we go to our multifruit folder, we pick map field type. Let's look for our 5 crops. Our 5 crops. So before then, we need to check up here. There are crops that we have added. If they have the cut, we will assume they don't have. So if that is the case, we don't need anything on top here. So the first thing, let's search for the crops. So tobacco, depending on how you want to search them. This is the tobacco. You copy all that line, then go to your map field type to the end. Not to the end, if you like, maybe after the sugarcane. I think sugarcane should be the farthest end. Yes. Then click there, Control C. Then you need to put this aligned. So field type, you need to make sure this is correct, because in your language, you have all this part here so that it will recall the text tobacco in English. We will check and confirm the file path here. So let's bring the crops first. So next is flaxseed. Maybe that is not the name. Let me check. That's so strange. Let me check. Linseed. Flaxseed. I think this one must be corrected. I'll just correct it to linseed once and for all. I'll go back and do that correction. So we'll change this name so that I don't disturb myself again. Linseed. Now, field type here also, I'll change it to the way I named it there, linseed, so that it will pick the right name. Alright, that one is done. The next crop is mustard or flax fiber. Let me see if the fiber is around. Hemp fiber, flax fiber must be there first. So let me copy that again, because it produced some straws. So let me pick that, then go there, and then Control C. Alright, its name will put in the language there, flax fiber. So we'll have to put this under language. We'll add that later. Next is mustard. So we'll copy mustard from the field type of then we place it in our maps field type. Then you align this as well using tab. You correct this is mustard, that is fine. So already we have tobacco, linseed, and then we have mustard. Those are 3. So we need lavender. I can search backward to get lavender. And then search another one. So this is lavender. I will add that to this. Again, I align that. Correct. Check, make sure this is okay. Lavender. Then the last one should be poppy. Okay. Yes, I'll pick this. up to there. Control that and then paste it. Where is it? Where are we? And paste it there and then make sure this is correct. And then the line here is correct to be called, this is what it will look for in the language and then give you the name. Now we need to correct our path. And then you can just close this now. We have our 5 crops: poppy, we have our lavender, mustard, flax, and then tobacco. So our path is maps, then map US, remember. You can be smart by just picking this on your Control F. You go to replace here in your note. So you're finding maps and then you want to replace it with, maps US. So you are going to find this. You're finding maps and then you replace it with the maps US, so that we don't type every time. So we'll find replace. I think that is twice, so I will just skip that. So find next, replace. So where you see maps, you just replace that. Maps US. Replace. No. Replace. If that is done, that is done. It has started again. So we Control S. So you can check maps US, then multifruit. So the path is fine to me. I believe this is fine. Ads, I need to get the add fill flax fiber. All right, so I will go back under ads. Flax fiber is something that I didn't, so I'll just check it. That is it. Add it to my hearts so that it will be visible to our map. For my fruits, then hearts. That's it. The next thing we need to add is changing the name. So I need to change the name under my configuration. My map field type is fine, map fruit type. I need to change this to linseed because that is what we have agreed to put there. Where flaxseed is, I change to linseed. That is the name we have agreed to. And then under conversion here, we also have linseed. I think that's make it right. And then I copy and that paste. Hope that is fine. All right, anything remaining? Under multifruit language, I also need to add under flax here, I need to add flax fiber. So flax fiber, I hope this is correct. Flax fiber. And we'll just name it here again, flax fiber. That's the English name. I can search for it in there and then confirm it is flax fiber. I can confirm by copying this and then putting that in this extension here. That's good. Save. Close that. We are good to go. Now we are still on our maps field type now that we have corrected what we left. So we need those crops down here in the categories because we need them to harvest them. We need our container to carry them and so on. So bulk, under bulk, add them. Poppy, lavender, mustard, tobacco. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, and linseed. So I'll just copy it. So we have 5 crops that we added to the category so that our trailers and tipper can carry them. Our combine must have them, so it can harvest them. I'll add them there so that when you harvest using combine harvester, you will see them inside your combine harvester. Then auger wagon, we can add them as well. Then on train wagon, you can add them as well. You can carry them with your train. Then shovel, you can also add them there. Loading vehicles there as well, you can add them. Product, then sell station, so you can also add them into the places where you can sell them, so they can sold under field fruits. And then if you want to make lavender bales, then you can also add lavender under bales, depending on you if you want to make the bales. Otherwise, that is nice. Under sound grain medium, you can add them here again, so that at least when you load your vehicles, you can hear the sound for poppy, lavender, mustard, tobacco, linseed. You can add them the way you want. If you want it large fill, whichever way, you can add them where you want. For now, let me keep it to that. So this is done. I'll just close it. We are almost done. So we are done with the language. We are done with the foliage. We are done with the map fruit, map field types, density maps. Everything is fine. Now we need to go to our map and edit what we call map XML. So we'll edit this. Now we'll edit this to have. I have an example of what we need to have. This is what we have. So you see, we need to add this line in our map, field types. Then we need to add the motion types, motion path. Then we direct it to our effects folder. Then we need density map types, and then we need fruit types. To save time, I'll just copy this because I already have it. So from field types, I'll copy up to there. I need to add that to my map, which is under this point. So field types, let me check the path. Maps, maps US, config, map field types, which is okay. Yes. Maps, maps US, multifruit, then effect, then it motion fact. That's fine. Density map types, maps, maps US, config, maps density height. So this is reading from here. Maps US, config, then it reads there. Then finally fruit type. So this is fine. I'll just copy and paste it there and then close it. Again, you need to add your language on your description so that it can find it. So again, I have an example here. I'll just copy because I've already done that to save time. So your language must also be read from this file name prefix maps, map US, multifruit language, then this. So it will pick the languages that are there. For our case, we have only put one language, which is English. So it will read from there and then give you the name of the crops. So this is also done. Now the remaining thing, the last thing we need to do is to add these particular maps to our map I3D. Now this is where we are. Now this one needs to be, because you are adding more crops to your map, you need to edit using their softwares there. You need to edit the map density map fruits.png with these softwares. They have the GIMP, and then you can add the number channels for the crops you are adding. So I'm not going to do that. That can be in another video. So I already have the density map fruits that I have increased the number of channels so that it can hold extra crops from the base game. So I will share this with the multifruit folder so that you'll have multifruit, then you have this. So where do you put this? You'll copy this, then go to your, this can be done, but it's a process. So I've already done it. So because of time, let me show you how you can use mine and avoiding destroying anything. So this is what you do. The density map fruit must be edited to accommodate more crops. So already I've done that. So this can accommodate up to 10 crops. Now, this is how we are going to use this mine. If you happen to download this, if you want to use mine, this is it. If you want to create your own, there are videos on YouTube so that you can follow. Now what do? Copy this, go to your map, then maps, then map US, then data, put it there. So once you put it there, search for the name, density map fruit, search it there. When you search it, we want to get the one that is the reading. So you see, we have two files. We have the one that I've added. This one is edited, and the one standard. This one, if you read this, then your additional crops will not be seen because there is no extra channels for those crops. So I've already created that here. So to avoid the map or the game reading this, we are going to rename it by just putting 1, so that in future you can just remove 1 and name it again. So what more do? Once we have renamed this original file, we'll direct our game to read the one that is here, the one I told you I've made, this one. Now what do? We go back. Once we have renamed that, then we go to our map3 ID. We open it. Then search for the name, density map fruit, like that. Then you'll find it. Data, density map fruit. Kindly change this particular name from GDM to PNG, because you remember, whatever we placed in this data folder, if we search here, is not GDM. We are now telling the game not to read the GDM, but read our modified density map fruit, this one. So I will change from GDM here to PNG, like that. So density map fruit dot PNG. So it will read that instead of GDM. Then save. Now we need to add our crops. So we search for wheat for the standard crop so that we see where we can add it. So we need to add lines like this one. Data foliage wheat.xml, but for 5 crops. But remember, our crops are not located in data foliage, but located in map US multifruit. So I'll duplicate this line by just doing Control D. You can use the number you want here. So for easy remembering, let's use 100,000. 1, 2, 3. And then we remove this all. So what is our path? Remember, the game read the files in the maps folder. The game read them by ignoring these paths that we put here, like maps US. So the game will read that directly from here. You can see data foliage. So you can see even in density map types, it reads directly from data. So if you want it to read our foliage here, these ones, then just go straight away from here. So map fruits. So you avoid those other paths, because for map, it reads directly from there. Then after map fruit, then foliage. So we want to now read our crops or add our crops into the map3 ID. Please use Notepad++. I will duplicate this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Control D. Change these numbers to be unique. So you can say 101, 102, 103, 104. And make sure we remember those numbers well. So our first crop in the foliage is flaxseed. So I will copy this and then put here. And then our second crop, and then put another /. Our second crop is lavender. I'll copy that and place it there. Our third crop is mustard. I'll copy that folder in the foliage and place it there. And then our fourth crop is poppy. I'll copy it there and then place it like that. And then our fifth crop is tobacco. I'll copy it and then place it. And then like that. So obvious, inside we have tobacco.xml. So I will write tobacco. But if you want to avoid errors, just put it. No problem to copy. Place it. Then inside the folder poppy, we have poppy.xml. Then copy, paste. Then inside the mustard, you have mustard.xml. Copy, paste. Onto the lavender, you also have lavender.xml. Copy, paste. Then you have flaxseed. You have flaxseed.xml. Copy, paste. Make sure you remember these numbers, but we can easily remember them by coming back here. So 100 was flaxseed, then 101 is lavender, like that. So we need to search for the foliage part now. I hope you are following this video, and if you like this video, kindly hit subscribe to support my work. So please follow this video keenly. We are almost to the end. Now the next thing, we go to the foliage part. We have added the lines for the foliage. It will read from that particular part in our folder, but we need the foliage coverage. Now what do? Control F, you can search for wheat again. So there is that line for wheat up, there is another one in the foliage. You search here. So foliage multi-layer. Now this is what you must change. Since I've given you the modified multifruit layer, where I have added some extra channels, you need to change this to accommodate more crops. So you need to change this number of channels to 12, and then change this to 6, and also change this to 6. Only if you have used the modified one. If you try to do this with the standard density multifruit, then you'll get an error that there is no extra channel in your file GTM. So to avoid that error, you need to create that more channel using our GIMP software or any other software. So I've already done that because it's also a video on its own. It's long. So to save time, I've given you the multifruit, which is .png, which has already been modified. So you only need to change these numbers from 10 to 12, from 5 to 6, like the way I've done. Now you need to add your layers below here. We can duplicate the spinach one, but now we can remove that, and then we remove that. How many do we need for layers? 5. 1, Control D, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember, numbers were 100,000, I hope so, 101,000, use higher number, 102,000, 103,000, then 104,000. I hope that is how we had them. So if you remember keenly, 101 was flaxseed. So I'll say the crop is linseed, remember? That is the name we gave it. The next name was lavender. And then the next crop is mustard. And then the third one, 103, was poppy. And then the last foliage we are adding here was tobacco. If this is fine, we will save and try to load this in Giant. Let me see that. Tobacco, poppy, mustard, lavender, linseed. Control F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, these numbers must reflect the foliage path that we have given up. So it will lead that path and then get the foliage names which are here. Remember to change this from 10 to 12, 6, 5 to 6, 5 to 6, because we are using modified one and we are adding extra crops to this on top of the additional crops. So up to there we are done. If all went well, then we should see our crops. I hope we are together. So we will save. The number we are using here is chosen randomly, but we need highest number so that we have no conflict inside this particular file. But once we load our crops in Giant and save it, the Giant will find the appropriate numbers for this particular number we have chosen. So once we save, this one will change to the numbers that Giant need So Giant will automatically find the best numbers for our 5 crops. IDs. Yes. Save. Then we can go to Giant now. And then we load our map. Let's pray for everything to be fine. And if that's so, then we can go to our game now. So open. My map is located in C drive under modding, and that is it. And then under map US, I will load this. So let's give it time and see. So it's loading our map with our new crops willingly. If that happened well, if everything went well, then we are happy. If we find any error, that should not worry you. We can always fix the error. All right, this is loaded. We will fix all these things we see here, the grass that are in places where we don't want, because we have changed the map fruit density. You have used the one I've given you, so it has some foliage that were already there. So we'll clear those foliage and then redo it, which I will show you in Giant. But first of all, let's see if our crops are there. So go to window and then under terrain, go to foliage. So under foliage, let's see if they are there. You see lavender, you have linseed, you have lavender, you have mustard, you have poppy, you have tobacco. So that's nice. Now let's see if they are visible. So let's go towards the ground and try to paint somewhere here. So let's start with the first one is linseed. I can pick smaller. Okay, let me change that to 10, the size. So I can pick big, correct? I can pick ready for harvest. Okay, you can move closer to see if that's fine. Yeah, that's linseed, very nice. And that is it. So that's well. Let's do another one. Let's try lavender. Ready? Talk of big, that is it. And then ready, that is it. That's fine. Okay. Let's see. I hope you are seeing this. We are just confirming if our crops have loaded very well. And the next one is mustard. That's it. You can confirm that stage big. Correct. That's it. Then you can confirm ready. That's fine. Fantastic. So we go to poppy. Also in poppy, we can confirm big. Correct. And then we can confirm ready. Fine. Then the last crop we are going to confirm is tobacco. So in tobacco, we are going to confirm big. All others are there. I'm just confirming few, not all of them. So 5 big, there is tobacco, and then ready is there. All right. This you have confirmed all our crops are there. You can see them. And I'm happy. So the 5 crops, we have the linseed, we have the lavender, we have the mustard, we have the poppy, and we have the tobacco. So Giant, they work well. So we can save so that those our numbers can be changed to the required number, to the available number by the Giant. Now we can check our console and see if things went well. You can see we don't have any error. Our crops loaded, you can see here, flaxseed, lavender, mustard, poppy, tobacco. So I'm happy with that. I will close the console. Now we need to remove this. Because of the new density map fruit, you can see we have grass on the road because this was meant for another map, but I've just modified it. So to reclaim back our map, now we are going to do this. So first of all, let me remove the painting. So Control Z, Control Z, Z, so that they are gone, and then I save again. Now I will zoom out. You can use Shift with S to zoom out so that I can see the whole map like that. So this is a ×2 map. So I will enlarge my brush to 2400. 2048 is ×2, so I will enlarge it to 2400. And then I will remove the grass. So I will go to Meadow. I'll go to Meadow. This is what you'll do. And after going to Meadow, I will layer set 0 so that I remove everything. So I will click and then we wait for it to remove the grass. So we are removing unnecessary grass that were in my modified the map fruit, density map fruit. So we are removing that. You see, it is done. You see, it is back to normal without grass. Now we need to paint our grass again. So I'll go to Harvest Ready under my meadow, and then enable limit to. I will enable here, and then limit my grass only to the grass area. So it means wherever there is no grass, there will be no grass. So when I paint this, I will only have grass areas where there is grass. That is why I limit the texture to grass. Any texture that is not grass will not have grass. I'll click again to bring in the grass. So first remove the grass and then paint it back by to limit it to the grass texture. So anything like road where we have the asphalt or gravel or whichever texture, mud, you will not have grass that place. So let me check with you. Our map is now ready. We are ready to go to our game and see our new crops, God willingly. But now you can see with me, you don't have grass on this road because there's no meant to be there, but you have grass here. So you'll only have grass where the grass is needed, but not on the road. So you see we have reclaimed back our map with everything. Grass where they are required, where they're not required, the grass will be absent. So you see, this is what we have done. So now we are ready. You can see grass is there, but not in the field. So I will save again. And close my giant. Right, when you go to here, it will tell you to reload. And that is it. So when I reload, that is what we get. When I search for lavender, for example, I need to get, let me see the number it was assigned to. So you see 612, 613, 614, 615. So the giant has assigned the desired numbers for those additional crops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also their layers are assigned the same name. You can see linseed 612. So it follows from spinach 611, 612, 613, 16. But that is the intelligence of the giant. It can do that. All right, now it is time to load this and see if the game, if we can see them in our game. Now that is where we have the challenge. Sometimes you can find everything fine. Going to game, you find. So copy your map. This is your map. From my map folder, my modding area, I will Control C, go to Documents, then our My Games, then Sim Farming Simulator, then Mods, then paste it there. So that's my map. Everything is fine. Hopefully, We have already edited everything. Now, if things are well, let's start our game and see if the crops will be loaded in the game as well. If that happens, then that will mark the end of our video. If we find any error, then we'll have to solve it. If you are joining me at this time, please hit subscribe to support my YouTube channel. This is your map modder. It's very sorry I've been away for some times, but I'm back and with some information here on how to add multifruit to your map. So we'll pick and then get our map, and then our map was Riverbed Spring Gamer. I've selected it. Select Farm Manager, whichever one you want, then continue, then move on. So let's wait for it to load to 100%. And there we are, start. And then check for our crops. We have them. We have mustard, lavender, poppy, and tobacco. Which one is missing? We are missing linseed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are we missing linseed? Why are we missing linseed? I think I know. We changed its name, so we needed to change it even in the foliage. Sorry for that. I'll close this and then find that linseed. Sorry for that. We expect that. We can't be 100%. But at least we have seen 4 of them. So what the mistake I did is when we were changing the name, we didn't change the name in the folder. So we go there directly to our map, mods, there, then maps, US, then multifruit, then under foliage, we go to flaxseed. We didn't change this. Flaxseed XML, you see it remain flaxseed here. So just change it to linseed. Just the changing of things as what has led us to have a problem. So linseed, automatically, it should load. Let me load it again. It should appear now. That was the only error we made. Otherwise, I am happy that I've seen 4 crops. The 5th one will load automatically after that error is fixed. And then from there, our video will end. So let me see if that is true. So I think I will go back to I will continue with my modding and my updates. It has been long before I do the updates. I was engaged, but I'm back. So for my fans, sorry for that, but let's take this to help map modders outside there, how they can add multifruit. I will share the multifruit folder. You will decide which crops you want to add, and also if you want to create your own mapped density fruit, that's okay. If you want to use mine, then you need to follow this video keenly until you see how I can remove the extra foliage and then repaint back. Otherwise, I think we are almost done. It was only a problem with the flaxseed. I hope it will be visible now. Alright. Yes, now we are happy. So we have mustard. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, there is one in the field. There is mustard. Number 8, we can go there. This is it. Very nice. Mustard. This is very nice. So our additional crop is there. Then the next one is lavender. I don't know whether it is planted somewhere. I think field number 22. Correct. You see, we are happy. So our crops we added are now visible. And then the next one is poppy. Do we have poppy planted anywhere? Sorry about this. This should be one. No, this is not the one. It should be reddish. No, no one has planted poppy. I don't think this is poppy. Don't think. No, this is not this one. I think the color mess up. So, unfortunately, there's no one who has planted poppy. Tobacco. Let me see. Has anyone planted tobacco? Let me see. No. Okay, no problem. Linseed. Also no. All right, so we can see our 5 crops added there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can see in the season the crops are there as well. Let's see. We have linseed. We have, so you can see the names are the way I wrote them under text. We have lavender, we have linseed, we have mustard, then we have poppy. Where again, let's see our equipments. P. Our trailers. Can we see if the 5 crops are added to our trailers? Yes, we have lavender, we have, I don't know which one is this. We have the poppy, we have lavender, we have the poppy, we have the tobacco. All of them are there. Can check this. Let's see if the 5 crops can be carried by our equipment. We have lavender, we have poppy, we have mustard, and then we have tobacco. We have also poppy there. So that's fine. Let's see the harvesting equipment. Planter, we need tobacco in planter. You can see it is here. So all planters can plant tobacco. So you see it is there. All right. Let's see this showing machine. Seeders, I think seeders should be. Seeders should plant the 4. We have the linseed, we have the poppy, we have the lavender, and then we have the mustard. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's great. Let's see the harvesting. The header, the grain header should harvest the 3, 4. We have the linseed, we have the poppy, we have the lavender, and we have the mustard. Correct. Let's see the maize header. It should harvest the tobacco. You can see. All is well, and this is the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe to support me. I will share the multifruit folder with the map fruit, the modified map fruit, density map fruit, so that you can use in your map. Thank you, and welcome again in my future videos. Okay.